we are here. It is April, and that means it's time to go green with Fred F. Collis and Sons. All month long, we're going green, and in studio with me, I am so happy to have Allie from Fred F. Collis and Sons. Good morning. How are we?
Doing great. Thanks for having us.
Of course. And for you guys, what does it exactly mean to go green, and why do you want to do this initiative, and why are you guys a part of it?
At Collis, a large portion of what we do is centered around helping our customers to lower their energy consumption.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously that's a huge tie to going green.
100%.
But during Earth Month, we wanted to help people have additional resources and additional steps outside of our offerings to help them go green.
And the thing is, you guys are always making it, maybe it is installation or coming in and getting a heat pump or something that's really great for the home, but also it's as easy as flipping out a new light bulb or doing door jams or something. And that's what this is all about. And sometimes you find out that maybe that fridge is what's maybe draining your energy, right?
Right.
And then what do you do with the old electronics, the old things that hang out?
And I think one of the greatest things that you can do with Collis is our free home energy assessment. So we'll come in, no cost to you, and look at your home from top to bottom and identify some of those things that you mentioned that may help to improve your energy efficiency. And there are a lot of state programs available to help either offset the cost or make it completely free for you to make those improvements, including the light bulbs or the fridge or insulation. So it's a great start, but there are a lot of other resources out there above and beyond what we do, like our guest today.
Like our guest today. And we are doing reuse, recycle, reduce, and we're doing that with our friends over at Sunnking. On the phone lines right now, Robert Burns, the Director of Communications. How are we doing?
I'm good. Good morning. Thanks for having me on. And I'm really excited, for us, right there in Whitesboro, where we have our facility, to have this initiative, especially on Earth Day. It's the perfect time to talk about everything that we're talking about.
Yeah, 100%. So for people who are listening, Sunnking, what does that mean? What do you guys do? Kind of give us a rundown of what your mission is.
So the quick answer would be, one, we have free electronics recycling for all of our residential consumers out there. So if you're at home, if you're driving home, or wherever you are listening to this, you can take those electronics you have from the house and perfect example, people don't think about light bulbs. Smart light bulbs are out there. I have a dozen of them in my house. Those are electronics you can break down because there is a little chip inside of it. There's a lot of the things that you don't think about. Instead of throwing out, you should recycle those. And Earth Day is the perfect time to talk about that. So for residential customers, we have free recycling at our facility on Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro. And for businesses, we have a whole suite of services that we can do. If you have electronics, which every business does nowadays, we can figure out a way to help you either maximize the value of that or get rid of it in a way that makes it easy for you on any day.
Yeah, and I always find it interesting to kind of learn what that exactly means, because I have a list of the acceptable electronics for recycling in front of me because I am learning every single day. And you guys have everything from old cell phones to cameras to computers, obviously, to cabling and cable boxes. I mean, you guys accept so much stuff that people don't realize is maybe taking up space in their home, and they don't know how to get rid of it.
Yeah, and I'm glad you studied, because if you tried to quiz me right now, it changes so much, I would probably fail the quiz. But you're right, there are so many things, and we talked about light bulbs. I mean, I have a 1-year-old we talked about, before we came on. She has light-up sneakers. They have toys that they're not using anymore that she grows out of. Obviously, there's TVs. Obviously, there's computers and phones and tablets and all the little things that you can think of that if it has a battery or if it plugs into charge or to power on, we can accept that. Large appliances, we don't have a place for those. There's other resources throughout the county to do that throughout the state. But as far as your consumer recyclable electronics, anything that you can think of, for the most part, if it's on that list, it's going to be able to be dropped off at our facility. And again, it's always free, Monday through Thursday.
That's amazing. And you can also find more details. They follow along on their Facebook, on their Instagram, sunking.com. But one of the things that I think is important when recycling these electronics, why is it so much better than just filling the landfills with them? Like, how does recycling them better our planet?
Well, obviously, putting them in the landfills, there's a lot of pollution that goes involved with that. And that's one thing we absolutely want to stay away from, especially right now in this time of year. But there's renewable resources in those. We're talking about trying to use up all the material that we already have. So if we can break down a computer or a TV and reuse the wiring or the plastic or whatever is inside of that, rather than having to, mine the earth and find more, we prefer to do that. That's always one of our top priorities.
Yeah.
Another one is reuse. We talked about keeping those devices alive as long as possible. That is the best form of recycling you can think about. And so by doing that, we're actually reducing energy in companies making new products. So, that's one of the best ways we can do, because that's a lot of energy that is put into making just one laptop or one TV or even one lamp.
Right. And you guys have a whole refurbished section that you can go in and be able to reuse something, correct?
Yeah, I mean, at the same facility that we have that you can recycle your devices, we have a store. It's called Ecaboose. It's on Oriskany Boulevard. You can Google it. It'll pop up. But what we do is we refurbish devices, or we have a lot of devices and electronics and mainly TVs that are like new. We have a boatload of TVs that came in, and you can get them for $100. Wow. Up to 75 inches for a couple $100. You can't beat that by going to any of the big box retailers that I won't name.
Right.
But it's a great way to, one, get rid of your old stuff. And hey, if you're looking for something new and it makes sense, that store is probably the best place. If you're looking for a tablet for the kid or a computer for your office, something like that, you don't have to spend a whole lot of money for the latest and greatest. We probably have something very, very new and very, very good in stock.
We love it. Well, listen, anybody who's listening as we go green with Fred F. Collis & Sons this month, if they're listening and they're looking at some of the old electronics that no longer work, that are just taking up space, anybody can come down and deliver to you, right? Or recycle to you.
Yeah, any residential can come down and recycle. There's a bin that says free residential recycling. You drop it in and go. You don't have to knock on the door or anything. And if you're a business, it's usually bigger, bulkier electronics, or you have a large quantity. Just give us a call. We're able to help you figure out what the best way is to handle that.
We love it. Sunnking, located at 272 Oriskany Boulevard in Whitesboro. Robert, thank you so much for giving us a call and talking to us about it. You guys are very knowledgeable and very much so willing to help anybody who gives you guys a call. So we do appreciate it, and we hope that you have a fantastic Earth Day.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me, and have a great Earth Day, and go out and do something.
Yeah, go out and get some, enjoy something on this earth, and go enjoy Earth Day. But Robert, thank you very, very much, and we're going green with Fred F. Collis & Sons.